Hello, Bucs fans and non-Bucs fans alike. Welcome back to another Swift and Ear video. Last week, my predictions were... I won't say they're great. They're pretty much tied with my first predictions from last year. So, I went 6-10 with teams like... who I thought would be a lock. The Bills lost. The... Saints lost. The Lions, I thought that would be kind of a lock, but that's okay, I guess. The Chiefs lost. The Niners lost. The Chargers lost. And honestly, the Bucs should have won. But, So, I have a combined 25, 22, and 1 on the year. And now we'll get into week 4. Hopefully I can do better than that. It's terrible. That was terrible. Alright. So. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Rough start. So. This might start off bad or good for me. But I feel lucky today. Okay. So for your Thursday night football game tonight, you have the Miami Dolphins at the Cincinnati Bengals, and I have Cincinnati winning this game. I think the Bengals will win this game. I just have faith in them that that Jets game is a turnaround, and what a way to prove themselves by beating the undefeated Miami Dolphins. I have it being close, a 24-20 game, because that Miami defense is real, but I think that Burrow, Chase, it could be... Mixon, they'll all turn it around here. And, Tua and Tyreek and Waddle are good, but I think that this could be a good game. This will be a good game, I think. But I have the Bengals winning 24-20. Now you have your Sunday morning game, the first of, I think, 3. You have the Minnesota Vikings at the New Orleans Saints. This should be a good one. It's in London, so technically it's not at New Orleans. It's more like Minnesota versus New Orleans in a neutral site. But I have this game on its head. So originally I had the Saints winning this, but I'm actually going to have the Vikings win this one. I think that the Vikings are just all around a better team than New Orleans. The Saints coming off a loss from the Bucs and the Panthers for some reason. I think that Minnesota is still hungry. They barely nicked out one against the Lions. But we'll have to see. I think it'll be a good one, and it'll be I won't watch it because I'll be at church, but it's a must-watch if you can. Next, you have the Cleveland Browns at the Atlanta Falcons. Oh, this is going to be an ugly one because the Falcons are ugly to watch. The Browns are ugly to watch. I think that the Browns will get away with this one. I think that it'll be a comeback. So I have the Browns winning 23-20. I think it'll be something like maybe 14-3 or 17-3 or something. And the Browns will come back and beat the Falcons in traditional fashion. Next, you have the Buffalo Bills at the Baltimore Ravens. Now, this will be also a decent one, I think. Buffalo coming off of a hard loss in Miami, and the Ravens coming off of a good win against the Patriots. I think that Buffalo is the better team, even though they're playing in Baltimore. I think they will come away with this victory. They have a chip on their shoulder, and they want to prove themselves again, so I have Buffalo winning that one. Next, you have the Washington Commanders at the Dallas Cowboys. The Commanders are not a good football team. The Dallas Cowboys are not particularly great either. I do have them in the top 10, but their offense is terrible. But I do have them winning this one in a 19-6 victory. Kind of close, defensive struggle, kind of offensive struggle. That's the questions of the day. All right, is it offense struggling, or is it the defense that's doing really good against an offense? For most games that are low scoring this year, it looks like it's the offense struggling to score. But I don't know. I think this Dallas defense will completely neutralize the Washington offense. Not completely, but they'll get a couple of field goals in there. All right, next you have the Seattle Seahawks at the Detroit Lions. I have the Lions winning this one. I don't think it'll be that big of a scare for the Lions. I think they're good enough to take care of business at home against Seattle. I have the Lions winning 24-13. Not very close. Seahawks aren't that good. The Lions are pretty good, in my opinion. Next, you have the Los Angeles Chargers at the Houston Texans. Now, the Chargers are in kind of a free fall mode here. After losing to the Chiefs and the injury to Herbert, they lost to Jacksonville bad, like 38-10. That's like the first time the Jags have scored 30 points since like 2018 or something. Just insane. 2019, I think. And the Houston Texans are coming off a loss against the Bears, so this will be proving time, all right? If the Chargers can't beat the Texans, this is going to be rough. If the Texans win this one, or even if they tie like the Colts did with them, this will be probably a pretty ugly year for the LA Chargers. But I have them winning because I have more faith in them to beat this Texans team. I have them winning 20-16. If they lose, I'm going to be mad. Second time in a row that you did this to me, LAC. All right, next you have the Tennessee Titans at the Indianapolis Colts. I have the Colts winning this one in a close one, 21-20, because both of these teams are pretty mid, in my opinion, and I think they'll be neck and neck in their midness in this game. But it's at Indy. I don't know. They both of these teams came off of wins that I didn't expect, but I think Indianapolis is slightly better and they're at home, so I have them winning in a close one. Next, you have the Chicago Bears at the New York Giants. I have the Giants winning this one because I think the Giants are actually okay this year. Not great, more mid, but the Bears are bad. They're bad. I don't have much faith in the Bears. They beat the Niners in a monsoon, and they beat the Texans at home, and that win against San Francisco, even if it was in fair weather, it's starting to look worse and worse day by day. But I have the Giants winning this one pretty well by one score, but not really. I have them winning 17-9, and that might be a fun game to watch. I might pay attention to that one. Next, you have the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Philadelphia Eagles. This is proven time for the Jaguars. If the Jaguars are really good, they'll have a close game with them. And I know I put them in the top 9, but that's just based on like now and what I think about them if they're fully healthy. But not saying they aren't. But I think that this Eagles team is much better than them. And if the Jaguars keep it close or win, that would be a big statement by the Jags. I mean, they're already over 500, which is kind of crazy to think about. But I don't know. We'll see. I think the Eagles will pull away pretty easily on this one, 34-13. Next, you have the New York Jets at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are not that good, and neither are the Jets. But they have Zach Wilson, so maybe they'll be good. But I have more faith in Tomlin and the Steelers, so I have them winning 20-17. Now you have the Sunday later games. I have the Cardinals at the Panthers, and I have the Panthers winning this one because Panthers are always good against the Cardinals, and the Cardinals don't seem to be that good this year. Neither are the Panthers, but they always have their number, it feels. So I have them winning, and it's in Carolina. They're pretty much even, I'd say. I forget where I had them ranked, but I think they were pretty close. Yeah, I have the Panthers winning this one 24-20. Next, you have the New England Patriots at the Green Bay Packers. Packers coming away with a close whiffing win against the Bucs, but I think that it's not going to be as close as last week. The Patriots aren't that good. They don't have Mac Jones. Yeah, this is going to be not a super beatdown by the looks of it, but it won't be that close. I have the Packers winning 27-16. Next, you have the Denver Broncos at the Las Vegas Chargers. I don't know, man. Both these teams are underperforming pretty hard right now. But Denver's slightly underperforming less. I have them winning 17-13 in a very boring game that I won't be watching at all. I'll watch the Green Bay game, or maybe the Carolina game. Because I want Green Bay to lose, obviously. And now you have your Sunday night football game. You have the Kansas City Chiefs at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have thought long and hard about this game after that Packers game and everything. And I'm just thinking, man, this defense is great. And I could totally see this being a W for the Bucs or the Chiefs. Originally, before the season, I had the Chiefs winning this one. But after they lost to the Colts, I don't know. It's in Tampa. It's Sunday night football. It's going to be intense. I'm trying to make sure bias isn't in the way. Because if I predict that the Bucs win and they lose, then I'll be sad times 2. But if they win and I predict them, that'll be fun. But it's not about that. It's about who I think will win. And I can't think... I'm trying hard to think about this, and it's a tough decision. But I ultimately am going with the Bucs. I think they can do this. I have faith in them. I have them winning just like I did in the Super Bowl. Although I wasn't on YouTube back then, at least on this channel. But the Buccaneers, I have them winning this one 23-17 in a defensive struggle. Next, you have... Oh, and that's a change, by the way. I had the Chiefs win originally. Next, you have another changed game. You have the Monday Night Football game between the Rams and the Niners. I want San Francisco to win, but I don't think they will. Originally, I had them winning, but I don't think they will. I have the Rams winning this one. Not particularly close. Yeah, I have them winning 30-17. The Niners just don't look good. They lost to the Broncos 11-10. How do you do that? I mean, even if it's at Mile High, this Broncos team doesn't look that good. And then they lost to the Bears. They did beat up on the Seahawks, but that's just expected, honestly. I don't know. Rough pickings. But yeah, I have the Rams winning that one. And so that will end it. I hope that you enjoyed this Swift and Near episode. So I'll come back with a post-game show after the Bucs game and a few extra things next week. And we'll see what happens. I'll see you then. Bucs up.